We are live
Sure, I
now.
assume so.
Hello,
We're live.
faces and people. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get right to this series finale. It's really sad, but it's super exciting because then we get to go back and watch all these things. You guys will have time to go back and watch all of them as I try and organize them. But welcome, everyone. Welcome as you're watching, and hopefully you tune in tonight to get this party started. I know there's a few people maybe hopping in here. I probably won't say it at the end, so I'll say it now. Thank you guys so much for this run. And no matter what happens tonight, if your characters all happen to die, or go on to the ether, or end up in hell, or wherever, it's for the good of the story. So just let it happen. All right, so let's just get to this because I'm enjoying this. So let's go here. Let's get rid of my face. And let's give it to Michael.
Hello for the final time, and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that took you through the entirety of horror history, showing you one nightmare at a time. And here we are, the final nightmare, the series finale of Generation Shadow, entitled Just Like a Monkey, I've Been Dancing All My Life. I will do a recap in a little bit, but first of all, I just want to say, if I don't forget at the end, I want to make sure give a big thanks to Scooter, thanks to all the wonderful players, the ones here who have been with me through this arc, as well as all those who have come in and come out, and special guest stars, those who stuck around for a full arc or less. All of you guys made Generation Shadow what it was. And the viewers, too. Gotta give a big thank you to them. Let's go around and meet the players. So let me know who you are, who your character are, and how they're feeling, because they're not going to hell. They are in hell. We'll talk about it when we get to the recap. But let's start with Patrick.
So, yes, I am playing Ash Fitzpatrick. She's a scholar, and definitely not a gentleman, as I'm sure she has proven that to be. She's a little freaked out that she's in hell, understandably. But she's along for the ride and is going to see it out through.
What more can you do?
At this point, yeah.
Joining us as well, we have Dallas.
Hey everyone, I'm Dallas. I'm playing a Spectre named Anthony Tucci, or Tony Tucci as some people know him. He is definitely in a clear mindset that this could be a one-way ride, especially now that he's run into someone from his past here. And they were just as he left them, but in corporeal form. So he's got a pretty real grip that this could be a one-way ride. But his most important goal is the La Familia Infinita and his daughter's personal life more than anything. Whether she continues with the business or not, because the business is what got him killed in the first place. So that's why he's just more out for the personal family gain than anything. And then also to see if he can stop any more crazy ass corruption that he's seen and heard of along the way.
Well, we will have to see how much you run into in hell. I get a feeling it might be a lot. Okay, that brings us to Nick.
Hello. Yeah, that's me, and once again, I am playing Andrew Ionescu, the most recent of the Ionescu clan of werewolves. And right now, he's thinking this might be the most ridiculous thing that the Ionescus have ever done. Yeah, I'm pretty sure hell is the worst place that someone could be. So, especially when
I
they're
can
not
see
dead.
that. Yeah.
So this may be his last adventure. So.
Whoa. All right. After
Anyways.
that, it could be. It could be. We are also very glad to have Kat with us.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing Josephine Fowler. She is a witch. She used to feel really bad about also being a werewolf, but she's okay with it now. Currently, she is also in hell with everybody else. She is in her wolf monster form, wearing a t-shirt that says Pussy Riot on it and a trench coat. She would switch back to her normal shape, except she's kind of Donald Ducking it right now. And she has no shoes, and she feels like having pads on her feet is probably good in hell, rather than just walking around with bare human feet.
It could be 2 werewolves in hell.
Yep. Although I don't think Andrew's wolfed out right now, but
I
maybe
believe I
is.
was.
Were you? Okay, yeah. We're just straight up wolfed
Yes.
out. Well,
Yep.
we fit in
Okay.
better that way.
I can see that. We are also joined by Marvin.
So, hey, I'm going to be playing the ever-present Montaleo Egantri, immortal dragon, scholar, and a tainted soul. He's done.
He's done it all.
He's done it all, and a lot of it was horrible. And now that he's here in hell, well, back again in hell, he's feeling the weight of his sins crawling on his back. And he's wondering, maybe it's time for a reckoning for all I've done.
Whoa. All right, well, we'll have to see what happens. I'm going to read a quick recap, and then for the final time, we will do those opening moves. Hey guys, Merle Von Worm with a special hot fire session. No ad today for obvious reasons. I'll just get to it. I'm guessing many of you are already in the know about what happened in Chernobyl this afternoon. If not, I'll explain. Basically, a group of alt-right, neo-traditionalists working with some extra-dimensional squid monsters used the spiritual rift in Chernobyl, which they found thanks to Dracula's knowledge, to open a portal to hell. But that's only part 1. They're going to go into hell, which is part of the spirit realm, and open another portal to the outside. That's where the Quillpoth are. Pure negative energy. If they can do that, the Quillpoth will pour in, and it's game over for everyone. Now, thankfully, I've received word from Iseult LaFay that some people on our side have gone in after them to put a stop to this. I got to give them a big shout out and a thank you. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has made this show possible. My patrons, my listeners, people behind the scenes on the ones and twos who make this show what it is. I know we're in dangerous times, and I hope I brought you guys some entertainment, maybe taught you some things. And I want you to know that whatever's coming up, we'll face it together. All right, sort of a heartfelt message there from Merle. Let's take care of those opening moves. So we'll start with Egantri.
All right, got a lot to do, so let's get to it. For plots and schemes from the Immortal, I'm still going to have my alliance from the Tuatha, and what else? Revenge. But I'm going to try and take it on Belial himself.
Whoa. And we'll kind of, when you see Belial, we'll do a little bit of a flashback to St. Petersburg to see what happened with that game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And also have interruptions, an ancient foe resurfaces, Belial, an old friend or lover returns. I'm actually going to save that for, well, in a little bit. And then a new enemy interferes to Quillpoth, and then start of session machinations. Select one of your active schemes in a faction, tell the MC why your machinations ensnare members of that faction, mark the faction, and roll with it. So I'm going to try my alliance, but I'm going to roll mortality.
Okay.
Okay, and that's a 10 for me.
Whoa. So what's the result for that one for a 10?
On a 10 plus, your plotting pays off. Take adept on someone in that faction or a useful piece of information, your choice. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to get in contact with Merle, or more specifically, Merle's father.
Oh. You mean Azra?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are you planning? Are you gonna ask Azra to join you to help?
Yeah, because I just leveled up. I was going to say, maybe Azra can give me some advice for the future, because I'm going to be taking foretellings and prophetic tools from Immortal. Well, the Oracle class.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you like dial up Azra, maybe through Merle.
Mhm.
And Azra just tells you like, hold on, stay close to your friends. Help is coming.
All right.
Okay,
See if we can do this then.
let's move on to Kat.
Mhm.
Sure. I think I'm going to reach out to Power. Number one, because I don't think Power is going to be a big faction down here. And number two, the biggest thing on Joe's mind is how the Coven's after how. So that is what I'm rolling on Power about.
Yes. Now, did your coven, which is your group of fellow wizards, do they come with you or do they stay back on Earth?
I feel like they stayed back on Earth, unless
Okay.
you really want them to have come along.
No, I think it's up to you.
Well, let's see how I roll. If I roll well, they came along, and if I roll poorly, they're back on Earth. Let's leave it up to the dice.
Oh, sounds good.
Let's see. 6, 7. I got an 8,
Okay.
which is neither great nor terrible.
Right. I would say some of them came through, but they're like pretty upset about it, and they might not be in the best mood
Sure.
to help you. Yeah, they might require some persuades before they start doing anything.
Okay.
Okay.
And I don't know if you ever worked out what the rest of their curses are. Those are probably all active at the moment.
Yeah, I imagine they'll have some issues going on. Okay.
Okay.
That brings us to Nick. I mean, Andrew.
Okay. That's all right. Either way. So I'm going to first roll with Power, see if maybe just before I jumped in there, one of the queens like tossed me something or
Oh,
like
sure.
gave me advice.
Yeah, no, I like that.
That's a nope. That's a 3.
All right, just didn't work out.
Nope.
Okay, and I can't see you. I mean, why don't you go ahead and just roll your pack and
Oh yeah.
the werewolf move. Maybe there's some werewolves in hell who can help you out.
8. There's a few.
All right, there's like one. I mean, maybe it's like Heckhowler himself.
That could be.
I imagine he has passed on. I don't know if he would go to hell though. He strikes me more of a purgatory type, but we'll see. Okay.
Wait, isn't Heckhowler my dad? Is my dad dead?
Oh, I didn't know he was your dad.
Yeah, I think that was
Heckhowler's my
yeah.
dad.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I don't think he's dead then.
Is my whole family dead, Michael? You need to let me know.
I did not kill off your entire family off screen. You'll see what I mean when what I alluded to earlier comes to pass.
Okay.
All right. And that brings us to Tony Tucci.
Okay. Well, being where he is and seeing the rat, I know Tony tried to reach out for the Sanguine Tide before, but had no luck with it. So he's going to try to do his best to see if he can find any dead goons or anything like that he's been associated with that could aid us while we're here.
See
Also,
that? Some
possibly,
old comrades.
yeah, and possibly anyone that would be associated with Thomas Stratton too, because that's another ghost that he did have a connection with.
Yeah.
And who knows? There could be some miners that might be down here or something like that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with Knights.
Come on, I needed that. Damn it. 4 + 1 is 5.
All right. You are not able to get. You can maybe try to work with some local spirits later, but you're not getting much.
Yep. Nope. Not on a 5. I get it.
Okay, and that brings us to Ash.
I am going to be so I'm thinking that possibly in the interaction that Isolde, LeFay, and Ashes Patrick had, that maybe Isolde slipped her something that could help out in the situation that is coming. So let's see if maybe or maybe not. So I'm
All
going
right,
with
for power.
which is a flat 10 because I have no plus.
Oh, nice. A good roll. Okay, they give you a powerful artifact of some kind. What were you thinking of? Like a weapon? Some sort of useful tool?
I'm thinking some sort of way to channel some sort of maybe like pull natural essences out of like the surrounding magic from the surrounding areas and focus into some sort of shield or something. Not entirely certain of what it is.
Okay.
It manifests in a single thing, so I could use it and then it breaks, basically.
Okay, they'll give you like a medallion with a pentagram design
Ooh,
that you can
yeah.
use to channel some infernal energy.
Right
Put it
on.
to your use. Yeah. All right, so go ahead, Egontre.
Yeah, do you mind if I do that foretellings thing now? Because it is a starter session move.
Oh, sure. Yes.
Right. So let me just roll. That's a 6, so not particularly good. Okay, so foretellings. At the beginning of session, roll with spirit, my worst stat. On a miss, you foresee the death of someone important to you and take -1 to all rolls to prevent it. So, crud.
Okay.
Reminds me of Livingston.
Yeah. Livingston luck. It lives
Oh
on.
no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, talking about minuses, Ash and Andrew, you're still both at -1.
Haven't had intimacy with anybody else.
Yes. Yeah.
Egontre, the person you get the visions
Yeah.
about, it is none other than Quincy Claggett.
Oh.
All right,
Well,
so
that's
let's
Clarify, he feels bad about that?
I've foreseen his death, and I can't really do much to prevent it.
But would you?
Not really, no.
Okay. So anyhow, Frankie the Rat, the Tucci's victim, escorts you through Pandemonium, which is the capital city of hell. It's a crazy, wild, violent town. There are like horrific acts of violence and sex and depravity going on every corner. The damned souls just like doing their best to live it up down below, while various demons and imps and devils are having their way with whatever they please. The city is a kind of crazy hodgepodge of different eras and technology. There's like cars puttering across, weird like domed structures look like they could be out of the Middle Ages. Everywhere, steam, fire, brimstone, that beautiful smell of cooking flesh. It's quite a place. So Frankie stops outside of this humongous structure shaped sort of like a giant spider with these giant spire-like legs reaching together into a big central chamber. And he points up and he's like, all right, this joins the place. This is where Belial hangs his hat.
Can I just say I don't like this building at all? Not
You
one
really
bit.
shouldn't.
God. I got nothing with
Hasn't
spiders. It's just
Can I
kind of
ask-
creepy.
Go ahead, Joe.
Can I ask a question, Michael?
Yes.
So just as can you hear me?
Yeah, you broke up a little bit earlier, but now I can hear you.
Okay. So as far as holds from the last game, are those still up, or do I need to rechannel?
No, it's been enough time has passed, so yeah, channeling would be a good idea.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
It's been like, a couple hours, though time is very fluid here in Hell.
Well, 11, so I'm
Oh,
channeling.
Definitely.
My armor's like crazy right now because I get extra armor from channeling and I get extra armor from being a werewolf. So I've got 2 armor at the moment.
wow.
The indestructible witch.
Well, and she's covered in sigils. She's having a time. By the way, if at some point an imp flew by her, she might have just grabbed it, taken a bite out of it, and then tossed them without even thinking about doing it.
Yeah,
Would that be is that
tastes-
toxic or something?
tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken, buddy.
Chicken
No,
and
no,
salted.
no, do not like this.
Probably need some garlic or something, but yeah,
Oh,
whatever
I'm
you do.
sorry. That was probably disgusting. I don't know what's happening.
No, just the
could be
idea of an
worse.
imp tasting like chicken it's not the fact that you ate it, it's just the fact that it tastes like chicken that you're just, I don't like that.
Her
And
ears
evil.
lay flat to her head, and she's like, everybody else was eating them, so I thought they might be good. And
That's all good.
they are, by the way. They're really delicious.
I'll take your word on that.
Belial's got.
I broke
No, I ca-
Michael.
No, I covered
Yes.
myself up with a sticky note exclamation to put to the side of the camera. Belial's like, look, I'll take you to the casino. They got an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of it is like, well, a lot of it's like rotting flesh and other horrible, disgusting food for the damned. But what can you do? So he brings you in, and he's like, all right, now we just gotta wait to get Belial's attention, or maybe, looks like the pit boss is coming to us.
Mm.
And the
Fun.
pit boss is a lean Puritan fellow. He's got like pale skin. The hangman's neck that did him in is still wrapped really tightly around him, so his head's at a bad angle. And he stops in front of you, and he says "My name is Damnation wouldst be thy lot if not for Christ's mercy, Jones. What do you here in my master's house?"
Are you by chance related to Bax or whatever that guy's name's Jones?
That I am, or I believe he is my descendant in the earthly realm.
Wow, so
Could I put a face to a name? See if there were any stories of him from my family.
Absolutely. He is mortality.
He is mortality.
Mhm.
It's a 9.
Ooh.
Okay, Joe, you want to try that as well?
Can I roll to assist putting a face to a name? Is that a possibility?
Sure.
Because my family history directly traces back to him and Sarah. Well, I mean, because remember, Damnation and Sarah are siblings.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
And even though I'm not related to Sarah, I am related to her husband who faked his own death. So I'm gonna roll on night to see if I can't help tell Andrew some more information. Yes, I got an 8. So you're
Nice.
welcome.
Okay, Andrew, you read his biography. Maybe you did a
Right.
book on him in school. So yeah, a very
I heard
ignoble
stories from my family
Puritan,
at research. Yeah.
killed a lot of innocent people. Andre Ionescu was involved in his downfall.
Yeah, you were kind of a dick to my great grandfather.
and to my ancestor, I guess too. Not really a great grandfather. It's a little more distant for me.
I think more accurately,
it's-
one of my ancestors was a dick to your sister. But whatever.
My, it's a regular family reunion.
Indeed, it is. Just
Something
let's
like
not mention the stuff we've done to Baxter. Might not go over well.
Well, I have no desire to see you anymore. Why don't you take your leave?
that. Cool.
Don't mind. Oh, we are trying to get a hold of Belial, so maybe we could try to figure something out there.
Yeah, where is the old fuzzy spider, anyways?
My master is a very discerning devil. Someone's gonna have to roll a persuade here.
I'll do it.
I'll assist.
Okay.
What's your faction? If I if we
power.
need it.
It's power.
Okay.
But we probably don't. I got a 12.
Oh,
No.
no, never mind then.
There you go.
Okay. When you mention the fuzzy spider, he's like, you know Belial personally, I suppose.
More than you would know.
He
A little
leads you.
ominous.
He leads you through the casino up like a weird spiraling staircase, and there in a big upper chamber there is the boss's desk, humongous desk of like carved obsidian, weird hanging bodies that are still alive, chained to the wall and dripping their blood everywhere. Lots of burning fires, pretty gruesome. And there on the desk, just like very small, is this spiky, shimmering black carapace covered spider that walks its way over and just looks over at Egontre as you come in. Oh, Joe?
Well,
Just as a matter of curiosity, is my character's coven here too, or did they stay down in the lobby?
Oh, right. What would you prefer? What do you think you would ask them to do?
I'd probably ask them to come along, but it might require me to persuade them to come along.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a persuade, especially the one from the Hamptons who was like, "Oh, right, first Chernobyl and now hell." This is just
Oh yeah, by
great.
the way, is she looking Medusa-y right now, or is she like chill?
Oh yeah, her hair is starting to like stretch out and look a
Okay.
little more scaly. I knew I should have joined a book club instead of this.
Yeah, there's a lot of book clubs taking Medusas right now, Blair.
Oh,
By the way,
okay.
Your relaxer seems to have given way.
Ugh.
Let's see. So that's with heart, which is not good with her, but it's still a 7.
All right, I think they will. Maybe like 2 of them will come up with you.
Okay.
The others will
Uh,
stay below.
I'll probably take up Natalie and Dorothy with me, and I don't know what their curses are, but they've always been the friendliest, so.
All right, maybe they're like sprouting some harpy wings. Could be worse. All right, so Egontre, Belial crawls right over to you, and I think at this point we're gonna do a quick flashback.
no problem.
So we're flashing back to St. Petersburg in that alley. You and Piotr Irvin meet with Belial, and what did you say to him?
All right. So, I know what you want. My soul. It's what you've always ever wanted. So, let's get to the chase. I will put my soul on the line, my immortality, versus you freeing Piotr and myself. If I win, you never bother us again. Plus, you free all of the souls that are under your control. If you win, all of our souls are forfeit. Not literally everyone, just me and Piotr's.
Belial's like, and that means your soul is forfeit, of course.
It's been that way before. I'm prepared to risk it again.
I love games. What are we playing?
The game that got me into this mess in the first place. Good old game of cards. But I get to choose the venue.
Agreed.
All right. Follow me then. I've always wanted to visit my old friend, and now I got the opportunity. We're going to be playing cards on Rasputin's tomb.
Whoa. All right. You head out back through the city. I'm not sure where exactly Rasputin is buried, but I imagine
I'm
there's
not
some
too sure.
I imagine there's some like distant cemetery. Probably people are still throwing down flowers and various metalheads and connoisseurs of the weird like to visit it. So it's a popular spot. Right now it is it's empty. Just kind of lost and alone in the cold. And there's Rasputin's tomb. So you settle down, this little spider like hops up onto the tombstone, and he looks over at the graveyard and he's like, well, this is a interesting venue, but I guess you can't beat the view.
No, you
Alrighty,
can't.
Gantre. Let's play.
And hopefully this will be for the last time. All right, we throw down some cards. So I'm not exactly sure how the game's going to be played in, like, Urban Shadows, but...
Right. I think a let it out is what we're going for here. To unleash your card. Or maybe this would...
Mhm.
Cat text. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Um,
But this is an alternate world.
this
Like
is
you
an
said.
alternate world, yes. And also, it could be like the Rasputin Memorial.
Mhm.
Which there must be something like that. Where do Rasputin heads go if they want to pay homage? Why don't you do a keep your cool? That feels
Or-
like a good card situation. Go ahead.
Or I could try to trick him.
Oh, Trick beat the devil at his own game with the mislead,
Yeah.
distract, or tricked. Okay, I like that.
All right. Let's see how this goes.
Nobody
Nice.
can help you.
It's got to be all you.
Rolled a 10, so that's a 12.
Ooh, okay. You get to pick 3. And yeah, I will say this does the job.
So, hang on. Just got to get basic rules up.
Yeah, I can see a lot of
Oh.
these being a good answer. So, but yeah, you get to pick 3.
Okay, so I expose a weakness or flaw, I create an opportunity, and I confuse them for some time.
Okay. So after you finish the last round and Belial has been cleared out, he just lets the cards fall down in the snow. He looks up at you and he's like, "A deal is a deal. But if you ever come to hell, let's just say it will be an interesting meeting." And then he crawls away and vanishes in the snow. So, flash forward. Back in Belial's office, he is there on the desk, looking up at you with his little spider eyes, and he's like, "Ygantre, you've returned and you've brought me some friends."
Not for you. Like I said, you don't try and steal anyone's soul ever again.
Well, a deal is a deal. So, what do you want to know?
We need. I can't believe I'm saying this. We need some help against the Quillpaw, specifically.
And why exactly would I help you?
Well, there's always a chance my soul can end up here anyways. What's it matter to you?
I mean, can I just say that we're
Also-
also talking about the utter destruction of all realities of those creatures that escape their own. I mean, like, I don't think
Oh.
hell is going to be spared because it's it's the highway to highway to Earth. I think everything's going to be destroyed in its wake. So, I mean, like, honestly, if you know something that could help us, we could really use this. And I'm not asking to like an exchange of favors. I guess like favor, sure. Like we're protecting hell, and you help us protect hell. Maybe that's good looking for you with the other devils. I don't know, but if you know anything that could help us, like we would appreciate it. I'm not gonna offer my soul for it,
Bad idea.
but yeah. What I looking for the gun tray. No shit.
All right, and I think Andrew wanted to add something there.
No, it's basically like as soon as Ash started talking and said that, I was just like, yeah, that sounds about right.
And I'm trying to use a move that I have called Arcane Detective. That when
Oh,
when
sure.
I'm interviewing a knowledgeable NPC while pursuing the arcane, I can roll with mind.
Ah, all right, go
So-
for it.
That's an 8. So
That's good.
let's see. On a hit, they offer me a concrete lead, a location, a supplier, or something like a tome of my choice. However, on a 7 to 9, the path forward is blocked and precarious for you at this time. So,
Ah, okay. He's like, I see your point. Actually, there has been some interlopers in the Inferno that don't belong. You'll find them in the Forest of Suicides.
okay.
I don't
That's the
suppose
most-
that these. Sorry.
Go ahead, Joe.
I don't suppose these particular interlopers are squid themed.
Not as far as I know. I will, in my infinite generosity, give you the means to get there with some extra speed. And with that, like, the window opens, leading out to the balcony, and you see, like 5, maybe 8 for enough mounts for your coven of these hell beasts, these like giant roaring bats, kind of breathing fire, come swooping
Cool.
down and like flying around.
I turn to to Natalie and Dorothy and say, "Tell Blair and Edna that we were going to recreate Bat Out of Hell's album cover."
Yes! I love that album.
They said they might like that. I'm sure we got some big Meatloaf fans in the coven.
I mean, Edna is significantly older than the rest of us, so.
All right, they go down to get them. And Belial says, however, I can't give you that information and these wonderful creatures for free.
Of course he can't.
Yeah,
Ash.
I mean, yeah.
I'm going to need something in return.
What were you thinking? Because I have some ideas, but I want to know what your expectations are.
You've got, well, I only want that which is most dear to you, which I think for you are those wonderful toys you have.
Which toys are we talking about? Because I've got quite a few.
Your favorite.
I look towards Elgantre, I'm like, I don't like that I have to do this, and I pull off the bag that he once owned that I now own, and I set it on the table.
It is his originally. Sorry, Ash.
Give the
Thank
devil
you.
his due. At least I didn't sell my soul, which I'm okay with.
I would say you got off lightly.
Whisper to Ash, like, do you have any other abilities besides using that bag? Are you gonna be okay?
No! I'm not gonna be okay, we're in hell. I got a few
Maybe
tricks
I
up my
could find
sleeve,
a-
that's about it.
Maybe I could find a relic that's of more interest to him.
We'll
Belial's
cross
like,
these
no,
bridges
no,
when we
no,
get there.
Yeah, no, Belial wants... It's more about the emotions than the usefulness. It's got to.
Yeah.
He's the one who rolled. He's got to pay the price.
I know.
And I think it's a cool moment for Ash. Like, Ash willingly giving that up. That's intense.
It's gotten me through a whole lot of shit. Before I handed up, I started pulling out just bottles of blood of the earth, just like kind of like trying to find places to put them in my pocket.
Michael, can I ask once
Go ahead, Joe.
once we're out of sight of Belial, like on the bats, I might do my Sanctum Sanctorum to try to find a decent weapon for Ash, so she's not just stranded here in hell, possibly
Oh,
being
I like that.
immediately killed.
Okay, go ahead and roll that one.
I am pretty
Okay,
messed up.
I'm not doing it right in front of Belial, but yeah.
Yeah, this is like as you're flying over the infernal plane.
Let's see what I can do. Oh yeah, I got a 10.
Ooh, okay.
I'm
Let's see.
I'm not sure what you will allow for Ash to have out of my collection of ancient artifacts.
Right, I
something
think a
that would,
weapon
like-
of some kind would be useful.
Yeah.
So like some sort of enchanted shotgun. Maybe a
Yeah,
Blatang
or-
family original.
Sure. Are you okay with getting?
One more time.
Are you okay with an enchanted shotgun, Ash?
I mean, sure. I've had
I
some
don't-
training with firearms.
This shouldn't ever run out of bullets, and it should be doing damage.
Good to know. I
All right.
hesitantly make sure I hesitantly cock it back and see if there's any ammunition in the chamber. Making sure that it's not already loaded gun I've been handed.
All right, so you take these hell bats, you fly out over the plain, you zoom down, heading through these desolate mountains, horrific deserts, and pretty soon you come to the Forest of Suicides and start flying low and skimming your way through the woods. The Forest of Suicides, a landmark that's grim even by the standards of hell. Towering, twisting, dead trees stretch into the distance. Every tree contains a body. Faces burst out of the wood, shifting as they wail and struggle, making the branches shake. As you come to a wide clearing, one face looks familiar. Nazi occultist Wolf Wrath, right out of the history books, tugging at his wooden prison. Yep. In the clearing, something's there that doesn't fit. Tents and lean-tos, along with a few trailers. A streetwear-clad crowd futzing with their cell phones. They surround Ari Eisendrath, who is trying in vain to calm them down. Chill, chill. I'm telling you, the concerts will start soon. DeFazio's on the phone with Blink-182 and Amigos as I speak. They're on the way. In the meantime, enjoy the atmosphere. How often can you party in hell? He glances at you as you approach. Sweet, more guests. Hey guys, welcome to the Hellfire Festival.
I hate this. So terrible a decision.
We're having a festival in hell?
Yeah,
It's the most exclusive venue. Go ahead, Ash.
In the Forest of Suicides? I mean, that's not great. Not at all.
No, it seems like a lot of fun. I'm Loopy Catastrophe. Nice to meet you. He knows Joe, and he doesn't know Joe's a werewolf. She's not going to introduce herself as
Oh,
true.
right, okay.
Very true. Lupe Disaster, I love it. Great name, isn't it?
Awesome. Is that your Instagram handle?
It's
is
my
now.
Instagram handle. It's my lifestyle. You know what I mean?
No,
By the
I
way,
love it.
werewolves are real, and we're awesome, and we're here to
totally.
party.
Hey man, build your brand. Oh, be sure to hashtag everything you tweet here, Hellfire Festival, because we need the press, good press especially.
Oh boy.
Like we're trending right now, but in a bad way.
I
You know
wonder
that-
why.
Being in hell, I bet you can find a lot of acts that normally aren't playing up above.
I mean, I'm trying my best, but for some reason, I'm just not getting that many takers.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
No Nirvana?
Oh, did you think Nirvana
Too
was
soon!
I mean, let's be honest. It's I don't think everything's all there anymore.
Doubly too
way.
soon? Guys, I'm a Gen Xer. Stop it.
Sorry. Sorry, I didn't think bringing up
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain would be a thing. Sorry.
I don't think he went to the bad place
did?
there.
No.
Did he not commit suicide?
Well, if
No, he
commit suicide.
yeah.
Oh, right.
we're not
Okay. He's not going
we're
to
not-
appear
We're
in
in the
this.
forest of suicide.
Seriously, let's.
He is not going to
Forward
appear in
here.
this game. Yeah.
Well,
The X has been thrown up.
and yeah.
Rex
According to
Carter.
did you-
Christian, according to the Bible, all people who commit suicide go to hell.
Okay, well, this
No
is
matter
my
what.
game. I'm writing the Bible here, man. All right. Egantre is waiting
Anyways.
really patiently. Go ahead, Egantre.
Yeah. How did you all get here?
He's like, yeah, I mean, I did some portal work. I got some assistance from some of my weird alt-right friends. Like, they
Oh.
really wanted me here for some reason. I mean, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouse or anything, so I just kind of followed the rituals they gave me, brought everyone in here. Figure, like, trip to hell, business opportunity. So I brought everybody with me. Sold some tickets. Not working out so well, I guess, but,
have
hey,
no
let's
idea.
meet legends, you know?
I have no idea if that's the smartest idea I've ever heard or the stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Probably the
Both.
I
There
don't
was
know,
al-
but
Oh, go ahead, Joe.
having him mention that his alt-right friends are down here, I am going to spend one of my holds on tracking to figure out where at least one of the alt-right people that I know is down here who I'm tracking is. I'm trying to remember which ones came down.
Okay, it was Baxter Jones and Basil Carrington Thorne.
Okay, well, Baxter Jones I have a track on, so...
All right, yeah, it's coming like, I mean, it's hard to find direction in this place, but he's definitely outside of the suicide forest and like further along, further down and towards the center of hell is where he is.
Gotcha.
Um,
What specifically are we supposed to be doing here? Just killing all these people, right?
yeah, and stopping them from opening a portal. He says,
These people here, but
Eisentrath says, yeah, so Jones and that British dude, they had one condition before they gave me the portal, but I'm really not supposed to tell outsiders about this kind of thing, so, mum's the word.
You sure about that? We
That's
are
right.
in hell.
It's true.
So
hold
just
on.
that.
I'd like to.
Oh, go ahead, Tucci.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, yeah, Tucci, go ahead.
Yeah, so he was on the phone earlier, right, with DeFazio?
DeFazio is like a little bit away from them, like, he's on the phone.
Oh.
Yeah, DeFazio is the one who's trying to recruit the musical acts to hell and failing pretty badly.
Okay. I was gonna see if I could possibly possess Ari for a moment and talk to Derek through him, because Derek owes me a favor, and I was gonna tell Derek to call it off.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, go ahead and do that. So you're taking over Ari to talk to Derek?
Yeah, that was the idea. I was gonna mark corruption to be only heard,
Okay.
so I can't be seen or touched at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was gonna do another corruption to enter the mind of Ari, if that's possible. But you decide on
Alright.
that, because it says MC's call,
No, he's definitely a weak-willed, easy-to-possess individual.
Okay. Yeah, because it
All
does
right.
have that in there.
You slide right on inside. Ari has a little hiccup, and now you're wearing him.
So I'm gonna, if Derek's still on the phone, if not, I'm gonna put the speed dial back on, or the recent one, and basically just tell him, this is a bad idea. You know what? I really got a bad feeling about this. Call off everybody, and if you can, close the portal. Trust me. We've been in this together for a long time, you and me.
DeFazio's like, yeah, finally, you're speaking sense. I'm telling you, I'm glad you're listening to me. You're right. It's time to cut our losses. The Hellfire Festival brand, it's in the toilet. He's like, all right, I'll do what I can, get the portals reversed. Thankfully, those weird alt-right guys, they already took the whiz they wanted, went on their way.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they will be you think they'll be upset with us that we kind of like closing the door behind them?
I'm gonna say that out loud. They took the whiz and went on their way, huh? Just
yeah,
so
they
you guys
packed
know.
up a few hours, minutes. I don't know. Time's kind of funny down here.
Okay, so we might run into them. That's a good thing. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, no problem. All right, I'll see what I can do to get the portals going, and let's get out of here. I'm gonna be just crushing up a lot of pills when we get back up. Yeah, self-medicating.
Yeah, take 2 from me.
Oh,
Bamp
I'll
out,
take a lot more than that.
and I'll bamp out. Yeah, I'll just kind of like leave him go.
Leave a very surprised Eisentrath, and before he can contradict him, DeFazio's like, all right, everybody, Hellfire Fest is over. You will get a full refund. I swear. Just come this way and let's get out of hell.
As fast as possible, please.
So, can I ask a quick question? So, what's happening with Ari now?
He's like totally dazed after just being possessed and then unpossessed, so he doesn't really have the energy to argue against DeFazio. He's just kind of
Right.
standing next to him in a daze.
Oh, so okay. So DeFazio's down here, or is he on a telephone call?
No, DeFazio is down there too.
Okay.
He was
I
on the
guess
phone. Right. So DeFazio and Ari were both down here in hell. DeFazio is just the one who was on the phone trying to get musical acts to come to join them and failing. And
Okay, gotcha. For some reason, I was getting the idea that Ari was on the phone with DeFazio.
no.
Okay.
All right, so DeFazio's getting everybody to a portal kind of flashes to life and starts getting everybody out of there.
Hey, great work, Tony.
Yeah, seriously. I just don't like that they took the whiz, because that's going to be real bad.
Yep.
It's not ideal.
No.
That's better.
So keep an eye if you can, but I it's the best I could do, I guess.
Well, I know where they've taken the whiz, more or less. It's more towards the center of this place.
Nice work. Nice work.
Okay, good to know.
Fun times.
Mm.
The center of this place, I mean, based upon Dante and this other apocrypha, is not good.
No, it isn't.
Not at all. I haven't even been this far in hell.
I
Have
wonder
you been here
what
before?
Yes, unfortunately. It's when demons take newly possessed souls, they tend to take them down to hell just to give them a first sighting of the fate that awaits them.
Mm.
Good
It's
to
not
know.
pretty.
That sounds horrific.
You know,
It
I
is.
do wonder what Judas tastes like. I don't know why I said that.
Probably tastes like betrayal.
Sorry. Who's supposed to be in the center of hell?
Who's in the center of hell being eaten?
Oh,
definitely
like a Tootsie
Judas.
Judas?
It's
No,
the two other
that's
people.
I am saying Judas, Brutus, and somebody else who also was involved, I think, in killing Caesar, but I can't remember.
Also might just be a
but-
pope. Let's be honest.
Could be.
At any rate, yeah, I just got thinking about the fact that the devil's supposedly eating Judas, and then I got thinking, I wonder what that tastes like, and then I got really interested in what it would taste like. And
Gotcha.
sorry, it's an adjustment period.
Yeah, I would say so. Are you okay?
Natural urges.
You don't know how delicious humans smell.
Mm.
Yes. I don't know how humans smell. But based on the
Does your
conversation,
family
probably
have
pretty
the same problem? By the way, Andrew, you're not. Your family's not as known for eating people as mine is.
I was disciplined when I was younger. That was about one of the main things that my family taught me. Was
Ah.
in order to blend in better, it's easier to just stick with animals.
They have a strict
My,
vegan diet. By that, they eat only vegans.
Not vegan.
she whispers to Andrew, but people taste so much better.
I've had a taste or two. I understand.
So are you guys proceeding down to the center?
Yeah. Deeper we go.
Guess while
All
I'm
right.
talking about how delicious humans taste.
Yeah.
I know the choice of cannibalism, I guess.
Jeez.
It's
All
not
right,
cannibalism.
if
I'm
you're
a
a
werewolf.
werewolf.
For God's
Oh yeah,
sakes.
never mind. The joys of eating humans.
I mean, there's
Some-
only one among us who's actually human
I
A
know.
Very
me.
fair.
for
A
now.
horrible wolf monster is talking about this, you know?
Yeah.
To the only human in the party, just like you don't know how delicious humans taste. I'm like, I know. I wouldn't know. I would never know that.
So
Well, I
it's-
guess technically too, since Tony's dead, but he was human when he was alive.
I've seen people chopped up, ground up, burned, boiled, and just basically dissolved in acid before, but I never thought they would taste good at all. I must be acquired. Must be
They're
acquired.
very similar to pig, I will say.
Well, you
Yeah,
wouldn't
I've heard-
understand what humans really taste like because you are a human.
Very true.
We've been in
It's
It's
hell
like a
for
cow
far
wouldn't
too
want to
long.
eat a cow. Right?
Yes, we've been in hell for far too long. Yes.
yeah, these kinds of thoughts just come to mind the longer you're in hell. You hop on those hell beasts and fly your way down to the center. Pretty soon, after you're flying past more and more weird, desolate landscapes and boiling rivers and lava volcanoes, smoke, other horrible sights, you go further and further down, and you reach the frozen heart of hell. Gets very, very cold. The ice is falling against you. And you come across a frozen field studded with the heads and torsos of the truly damned. The industrialist Eustace Crandall Field, who betrayed his workers, protrudes in their ranks. Beyond him, Basil Carrington Thorne, what was once Baxter Jones, now Squeaky Squid, stand before a whiz machine, and behind that, a portal of pure darkness which splits the frozen sky. Beyond that portal, there is simply nothingness. Then, the Quillpoth burst out. You hear a call from behind and above. It's Sarah Pruitt. "Hey!" she shouts on the deck of the Sanguine Tide, now floating down with Captain Diego at the helm. "I thought you could use some help." The deck is packed. Carwyn Jones and Merle Stone swoop down as dragons, both breathing fire. Colleen Kenyon and Heck Howler lead a pack of wolves, all howling. Inspector Callahan loads her revolver. Svetlana draws a sword. Max King and Cecilia, a vampire assault squad behind them, flash fangs. Azra bumps a stone fist against Lord Lars's hand. They leap down. So, the battle has begun. I need everybody to roll a keep your cool.
Wait. Could you possibly say that all again? That was so awesome. That was like so awesome.
Thank you. Basically, all the characters in Generation Shadow that you guys have played, that you guys have helped, they're coming to battle right now.
It's anyone we could possibly imagine. I'm guessing
Yep.
Peter's there too.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yes,
not my
of course.
intrepid
In Giant
girl
Spider.
reporter.
No, she's there too. Well, I don't know if she'd be alive at this point in history. Maybe she's a little bit old for
She's
this,
like
but
she's like 85.
yeah, maybe she's not that.
Smack him with
Piotr is
chaos.
jumping down. Oh, before we actually get to the battle, though, Max King runs to the end of the railing, and he like looks down at you guys, and he says, "Gentlemen, and Joe and Ash, before you go, some gifts. I know I've been out of touch for a while. I've been out of the game. I've been retired, hanging out in the Grand Caymans, just enjoying the sunlight. But I've come back for this." And he hands Andre. He hands you the Jotun axe, that like frost axe that he got all the way earlier in Berlin. And Egantre, he gives you Mina's katana that he got in Los Angeles in the 50s. And then he's like, "Tucci, if I survive this, I've got a gift for you as well.
Okay.
But for now, we'll just focus on shutting this down."
I lean over to Ash and go, "I don't know who he is."
Oh,
I don't
He's,
either.
Max King. He's
He's an old
very
friend.
well-known vampire.
He's the Kingsman, right?
Yep, he is the leader of the Kingsmen.
Yep, head of
That's
the
the same one.
organization.
We've dealt with the Kingsman, just never him.
Yep.
You do recognize Cecilia. You've met her before.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the
Never
one
do.
with the spa, right?
That's correct.
Blood spa.
The blood spa.
Yeah. I waved to my parents.
Colleen's like, "Hey there, Joe." Heck's
Mom, I'm okay with being a werewolf now.
like, "You're looking good, baby."
I'm gonna kick all their asses.
Okay, everybody go ahead and roll. Keep your cool.
I already rolled it.
So did
Okay.
I.
Oh yeah. I'll go ahead and get the answers then. The results. Anybody get a 12 or higher? Okay. Anybody get 11 or 10?
10.
11.
Okay, 11 for Joe, 10 for Andre.
I like how you say Andre.
Oh, you're right.
He's called you Andre a few times now.
I know. So I had Andre on the brain.
You gotta move to another section of the alphabet, man.
I mean, in some ways, it makes
True,
it easier.
I did create a lot of A names. There was Andre, Andrew, Alexi,
Care
I just know you're the A name guy. Anybody get 9 or 8?
8 for Tony.
Okay. Anybody get 7 or 6?
7.
I got a 7. I actually rolled a 10.
Oh man.
-3 spirit.
Yeah.
All right.
That sucks.
I'm gonna have Ash go first, and then
Yeah.
That's fair.
then
Even
these heroes will go, and then the villains. Okay, so Joe, and you and your coven kind of go together if you want. You can still use them.
Yeah. Does investigating a place of power with this whole portal thing count as wild, or does it count as something else?
I would say wild.
Cool. I'm gonna try to do that to try to figure out what I'm dealing with and how to shut it down. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I rolled terribly. I got a 6 right now, unless somebody wants to help me out.
I'll give it a shot.
Go for it.
Sure, I'm power.
8. So yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Andrew,
up
how do
to
you
a
think?
7.
Andrew, how do you like assist her with this?
Let's see. She's trying to figure out sort of like what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had. Sorry, cat's messing with a pencil. Sorry.
All part of the fun of playing at home.
Oh yeah.
I'm listening. I'm just trying to dig up faction moves.
No, it's all right. I'm trying to think of. I guess I sort of. Maybe I did a little research or not, like knowing that like a lot of my family members have dealt with the Quillpath before.
Oh, I see. Okay. That makes sense. And you kind of give that information to Joe. Okay, so Joe, you got a 8,
It's a 7.
No, now it's a 7.
a 7. Okay. You can't discover too much about it,
No, no.
but you do know that like it's letting the Quillpath out. It has to be shut down from the other side.
It has to be shut down from the Quillpath side?
Yes.
Alright, I don't think my coven's gonna be okay with doing that. But I am. Also, I just leveled up.
Whoa. Okay, cool.
I think, you know what? I'm gonna advance 3 basic moves. Screw it. I don't know which ones to advance other than the let it out move.
Always a good choice.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which other ones roll on something that I'm good at.
Okay. We'll go ahead to Andrew's turn, then when you come back, Neil made those choices there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's my turn, though, is the investigation, right? Anyways, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That's your one action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Andrew.
I'm already in wolf form, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's just jump right in there and be a little reckless and go straight for them other two that are
Okay.
over with the whiz.
Are we going for Thorn or for Squeaky Squid?
I feel like Squeaky might be the one who's worse, so I'm just gonna go straight for the big guy.
Yeah, I mean, he is a horrible Cthulhu-style entity, so
Yep.
that's fair. All right, give me an Unleash an Attack.
Oh no. Nope, 6.
Oh, no. Okay. How do you think you mess up as you charge towards them?
Let's see.
Is it
think-
possible for me to return the favor and help him? Or no?
You rolled a 6. Yeah, I think so. I think that's okay.
I mean,
how would
considering we were talking to each other.
Yeah, yeah. What would you do
Okay.
to assist him as he makes his charge, Joe? Kat, are you there? You kind of...
Went silent there.
Yeah, she like froze up a little bit.
I think she froze for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
My picture's been out. Like for some reason, it won't like pick up my camera anymore. But my voice seems to be okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
why
I hear your
it's
voice loud and clear. Okay, we might come back to this whole turn then, so I'll kind of put a pause on that for now.
That's fine.
Let's go to Tucci's turn.
okay.
So we got Quillpoth, which are in all kinds of different sizes. Some insect sizes, some like vulture size, some biplane size. All of them look like weird, spiky sort of locusts or grasshoppers with no features, just like lines and spikes pressed together in weird angular ways, flying out over everything.
Okay. Do they seem to like screech or yell a lot or anything like that, or like open up like
No, they're totally silent. They have no visible mouths, eyes, or any features. Just
right.
kind of weird, shiny black skin.
Interesting. Okay. So, if I can, the last time I used that corruption move, I took a move from another archetype. So I'm on my last train of corruption. So what I want to try to do first is if I can move one of the big guys using telekinesis to like sort of bowl over a bunch of little ones, I'll try that effect. If not, I would try to grab something from the environment to then do so. I want to hold off on my last thing that I grabbed for a little bit. That's my best. Yeah. So if that's possible,
Okay.
if there's any like, I know. Are we still around the Forest of Suicides?
No, you're in like the
No.
frozen.
Oh, that's right. That's
Center
right.
of
We're in the frozen.
Yeah,
waste,
there's like rocks
center.
and ice everywhere. You
So
could
that's what I'll probably
use it.
do. That's what
Okay.
I'll probably do then. So I'll mark corruption to throw the biggest thing I possibly can at as many of them as possible to give my companions some opportunity because they got the weapons.
All right, I like it. Okay, so yeah, you pick up like you think it's a big flow of ice or like a boulder,
Sounds good.
and just hurl it. Crushes a whole bunch of the Quillpoth. They just like get smashing inside of the boulder. It falls
Okay.
heavy into the ice and crashes there. And yeah, you've cleared a path. All right, so Joe, you
Hello?
rolled. Oh,
I
yes,
rolled an
we can hear
11.
ya.
Okay, cool. I rolled an 11 to assist him.
Awesome.
Sorry,
All right, Andrew.
my internet completely went out.
Oh, totally
Wow.
okay.
It
That
happens.
Yeah. All right. So I guess with that, this is with the Jotnax. So
Okay, so are you on? So on to Squeaky. Are you doing terrible harm or taking something from him?
does he have anything on him that might be?
He has the whiz machine next to him.
Next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take the whiz from him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you like pulling it to yourself? Or are you smashing it?
No, I think I'm just sort of gonna sort of grab it and then just sort of toss it like way far away.
Ooh. Okay. It flies across and like skitters over the ice and it like kind of bumps into a bunch of those heads. And it comes to a rest near the head of EC Fields.
Ooh. All right, and then since it was
Squeaky.
just-
Oh yeah, I'll get to the second part in just 1 second.
yeah,
You can see
Fine.
Squeaky's eyes looking after that, and Squeaky is like, and then Thorn calls to him and is like, "We need that machine. If you possess the power you say you do, bring it back."
you have to go
So
through
that
me,
mach-
my friend.
So you do pick one from the bottom list. Are you gonna take some harm or put yourself in a bad spot?
Well, I think since I'm sort of right next to Squeaky and just sort of. And I am imposing myself right in his way. I think I'll find myself in a bad spot.
Oh yeah, he is gonna just collide right into you. His tentacles are like bulging out, reaching for you. He's letting out a little laugh in his weird cartoon character voice. Okay, it is now Ash's turn.
Do I see the whiz go flying, kind of skitter off to the side?
Oh, totally.
I'm gonna make a mad sprint for it and grab it, and then trying to back away. And as I'm backing away, I kind of wanted to see how we could use this to close the portal. Kind of appraise it to like, okay, this is the function we could use it for to close the portal. Whether, because I don't know if it is closed. I don't know which side it's closed from yet, because no one's given me the information yet. But I kind of want to figure out like how can we use this to close the portal.
I'll share that information once I can.
Exactly.
Okay. So Ash, you reach it, and then what move are you going to use?
Appraisal.
Oh, right. Okay, go ahead and roll.
That's a 9. Success. Like that's one question. What secrets or powers does this object contain related to how to close the portal?
I would say it's like being fueled by that blood of the earth, and it's using that power to like hold the portal open. So for the portal to be closed, this machine has to be like destroyed on the part of the ritual to close the portal means this machine has to be taken to the other side. Only part of the ritual, though.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna yell at that. We need to get this on that side to the group.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll
Start running in her direction.
All right. Well, hold on a moment.
Yeah.
As you are about to go, E.C. Fields pops his head prairie dog style out of the ice. He like wraps his neck around your foot,
That's horrifying.
stopping you. Yeah. And it kind of like bites on your pants leg and trips you into the ice. And then he's like, "Take me with you."
I don't know who you are. Start kicking at him.
Egantre knows.
I don't care. Kick.
Bring Egantre to me. Egantre, let's make a deal. Don't you remember?
Furiously kicking at this guy's head.
West Virginia, coal country. After what after how you did me wrong, don't you think I deserve this?
No, because your offspring are pieces of shit.
It is now Egantre's turn.
I'm gonna hear him out.
Oh.
All right.
So
he's like,
first, I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
mark one correction to use Stuff of Nightmares. I'm gonna grow wings and scales to give me +1 armor. I'll put on my business suit. And then I'm going to land directly next to Ash and Fields and say, "All right, Fields, what do you want?"
you got the strength. Pull me out of here. I'm
And
spent. And I'll let go of your friend's leg. You can have this weird blue circle, this orb, whatever it is, this great magical 8-ball. It can be yours. I am tired of being here. All the money and power I had in life is just looking at me and making me bitter. I want some way of ending it, and I know you've got the power, especially after what you did to me back in the 20s.
well, to be fair, you were already heading down the highway to hell. So you kinda got what you deserved, mate.
And
And
you
I
think
prefer
you're
it.
better? Ooh.
At least I'm making an effort to be better. And then I take Mina's katana and I try to chop his head off.
Damn, okay. Very cool. Give me unleash an attack.
No problem. 7. So it works.
I don't think an assist can help with a 7. All right.
No.
Are you doing terrible harm or taking something from him?
I'm taking something from him. His head.
Okay. Makes sense. So EC Field's head goes flying off out of the ice, bounces over there, kind of sliding and rolling across the frozen floor.
Technically, you're free.
Oh, so great. Are you going to take some harm or put yourself in a dangerous spot?
Let's say put myself in a bad spot.
Okay. I'm gonna say it's it's Thorn. He's coming after Wiz right now, or the Wiz. He like teleports right in front of you guys and draws out two of those obsidian glowing knives and like kind of spins them back into attack position. All right. So, meanwhile, the rest of the battle is raging on. Azra is just like being like plowing through like a wrecking ball, smashing aside the Qliphoth. Merle and Carowin, just the twin dragons, belching fire onto them. Inspector Callahan is firing off well-timed shots with her revolver. They are clearing away and fighting. They are fighting the Qliphoth to a standstill. Max King looks at the portal and he's like, "It's going to take more than one person in the machine to destroy that. It's going to take as much help as you guys can get in there." That's
I
going
never
to be
get
what
to do my heroic sacrifices.
there may it's coming. A chance is coming. He says, "So as many of you as you can, get in there, and then I guess we'll see."
It may take more than one sacrifice. Who knows?
Well, I mean, I didn't say that aloud. That was me
Right.
muttering as a player. Because I was
Okay.
all ready to do it. I was already with my death speech.
All right. Well, you'll get a chance. You'll get a chance. Hold that thought.
Okay.
You do see though, creeping up next to the portal is Quincy Claggett, who has like crept his way in. He's like sneaking over to the portal himself now, and he looks up and he kind of like beckons you guys to join him there. Okay, now the bad guy's turn. Andrew, I want you to roll a keep your cool as Squeaky tears into you.
That's cocked. That's a really good number. That's 13.
Okay, you're gonna take 2 levels of harm.
Really? Was it 13? Okay.
Yeah, it was gonna be 3. You're fighting a god at this point.
Gotcha.
Squeaky
That's
just
fine.
like his tentacles reach out, grapple onto your like face and rip your throat, while his clawed hands just start gouging into your belly.
Does my 3 armor do anything to that, or?
I would say it takes it, so you like two of that armor is gone.
So I still have the injuries, but I'm down to 1 armor.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought you had 2 armor. Okay.
I had 3.
Okay. No, he did 2 levels of harm, so 2 armor is gone. So you're not taking harm. The armor takes care of that.
Cool.
But you have
So
one armor.
I get the feeling that I'm sort of like I take the tentacles and just sort of grab there and just sort of I'm probably skipping a little bit, but I'm holding my ground. So
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. I'm also gonna have Gontre and Ash, who are out in the ice, roll keep your cool.
Mhm.
Not hearing you, Ash.
You did.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. You're both in a bad spot. What happens is Thorn, like, instead of stabbing you with the daggers, he plunges them into the ice at your feet, carving cracks in the ice, which then shatter. You fall into the ice, and then all of these horrible traitors and terrible people, your Benedict Arnolds and John Wilkes Booths and so on, are like grabbing you and pulling you into the freezing ice. You're just gonna take 1 level of harm. Field's headless body's doing it too.
I would offer to do a help, but I feel like you could only do 1 help action per turn, and I already did one.
Yeah, it will be your turn again in a second. And
I've got 1 armor, so probably taking that off.
yeah. And Thorn.
I've got 1 health left.
Oh boy. Thorn
Yeah.
grabs.
Seriously, do we have to take Ash to the portal? Because she's definitely gonna die.
Yeah.
I still have all my
probably not.
scars. I got like technically 5 hit points left.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. There are the scars.
You do not have to. Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm
think any
joking.
of us have taken scars. Like
Don't
ever.
be afraid to take a scar. It's
Actually,
possible.
I
Lana
believe
took a
someone
scar.
has taken it one.
Yeah.
Egantre
Lana
also
did.
Yeah.
I've taken scars.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We have gotten scars before.
Mhm.
Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, so Thorn he just like gets the whiz and starts kicking it and rolling it back to Squeaky Squid's side. It is now Joe's turn.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to get the whiz away from him. I feel really bad about not immediately going for Ash, but on the other hand, 1 person dying versus everybody dying, it's not a hard choice. So I am going to use a hold, one of my holds, to teleport Bamp right over to where he's kicking that thing around.
Okay, you are there.
Cool. I am going to attempt to take that.
All right. Maybe
I
with
am.
a- Oh, go ahead.
I would actually let it out to just sort of uncontrollably use magical power. Is that cool?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's a good idea.
Okay, cool. So she's used her, like, spent the hold to just bamf over. Now she's gonna try to, like, just Jedi pull this into her hand. Magic styles. Let's see. Can anybody assist me? I'm at a 6.
Oh no.
We're currently being attacked by the spirits of the damned.
Yeah,
so
I don't
sorry.
see if I mean,
Might
I
be
think
able to sneak
Oh,
over. I don't
Tucci.
know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe because no one's noticing me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Tucci
to
has helped
help
clear a
out
path.
the person
He's
that
still in the
wanted to
wind.
kill you in the first one.
So that's what's your faction?
I am power.
Power 0369. So there you go. Awesome.
Yes. That
okay,
is
so
7,
Tucci,
so.
how do you help her take the whiz from Thorn?
Oh, I will mark another corruption to say that I either sneak up behind him as voice only and distract him, or I'm going to pull it from him with my telekinesis. But either way, I'm going to mark corruption to take the form of only voice or to pull it. Whatever you think is the best thing for this situation.
All right,
That's what
it
I
might
can
be form at this point because we're kind of in a kinetic battle situation.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll do my best to just out of nowhere come into his ear and see if I can sort of bust his eardrum with my voice or something like that, just to distract him enough for that it'll go free.
Okay, totally. He lets go of it and it falls into Joe's arms.
Cool. And then I spend my last hold to bamf away. So
Okay.
in bamf, pull bamf.
Well, okay.
To bamf back by my coven. I spent all my holds doing that, and I marked a corruption.
That brings us to Andrew's
Are you
turn.
cool with that, Michael?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Thank you for the assist.
Of course, of course.
So I think I'm gonna try and see if I can get this god to be a little bit more malleable and not be so much trouble.
Sure, bring him down to earth.
Yes. Okay, that was cocked. So for unleash 8. It was technically, it originally was a cocked snake eyes, so
Okay, well, an 8 something.
yeah.
Are you inflicting terrible harm or taking something from him?
I think, I mean, he hasn't really been hurt all that much. But it is the Jotun-axe. And also, I can't really think of anything that I could take from him anymore. So I'm just gonna do terrible harm.
Okay. Looks like a 5 total.
Yeah, I think there was like, if I remember correctly, the Jotun-axe had added ice damage or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you swing it down, chunks of green flesh go everywhere, and like the cold, the chill of the Jotun-axe leaves a frosty rime on his skin. The chunks are flying and bouncing everywhere. Squeaky reels back and falls down. You've done some damage. But you rolled an 8, you said?
Yes.
So
So
you
I think
do get to pick one from the lower list there.
I think I can take some damage from that.
Okay, you will take 1 level of harm as well, so that gets rid of your armor.
Okay. So I want
His tentacles, as he goes down, one of his claws flails out and hits you.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay, but he's definitely going down. That brings us to Tucci.
Ooh, that's what I was waiting for. Nice job, Andrew. So I'm gonna run up to. Sorry, what's the name again, real quick? That just went down.
Squeaky Squid. Yeah.
Squeaky Squid. Sorry, I had a brain fart for some second. So I'm gonna run up to Squeaky. I did, like I said, I'm on my last corruption track, so I had to take one from another archetype. I took Eyes That Burrow from the Oracle. So I'm going to mark corruption to lock eyes with someone and force them to be still for as long as you maintain the gaze.
Whoa.
I'm going to give basically Ash and Montolio the chance to get out of their icy grip while Andrew gets to do his thing too on his next chance, hopefully. So I'm going to mark corruption and just basically stare through Squeaky's eyes. Say, you ain't going anywhere till I go somewhere too.
Oh man, a staring contest with Cthulhu. Unbelievable. But yeah, your gaze just holds him right in place. It is now Ash's turn. Patrick, you're muted. Try
Sorry,
saying something? There we go.
Sorry about that. I clicked and I just didn't want to unclick. So yeah, I'm currently being drowned right now by the souls of traitors. So I'm gonna try to just there's no good way of getting out of this situation for me. I'm going to just attempt to get out. Just attempt to escape the situation. Not really much I can do beyond that. Yeah, but that would be leaving you behind, though.
That's what Montolio would do.
Yeah, but I'm
What used to do.
What would Montolio do? He's grown. Ash, I think, is a different kind of person there. All right, so Ash, how'd you? Oh,
Drop the die. I rolled a 12 minus 3.
I'm going to assist you just to make that attack.
Nice.
okay. So maybe she crawls like halfway out or 2/3 of the way out. Egantre, how do you assist?
I rolled a 3.
Okay, you don't
assist. This is gonna be iconic for us, Egantre. This is how we die.
All right, so Ash,
guess,
you're picking 2. I mean, none are good.
I guess I'm given to my base nature, and there's a moment where I slightly teleport closer to the top.
Okay.
Mark corruption for that. Oof, I don't like any of these because one's gonna knock me out. Actually, I like that. I'm going to suffer harm during my escape. And I'm gonna take a scar.
Oh man. All right, what scar are you going for?
I am going to take Disfigured.
Ooh. So what does that look like?
Well, it's not pretty. I'm just absolutely just cut up as I get out of the water. No amount of healing is ever going to physically heal the scars. They're always going to be there for this character. Just looks like they were hit by a frag grenade.
Yeah, chewed up and spit out.
Yeah. But I still have one. I still have only one health left.
All right. You are out of there.
Yeah.
Egantre, it is your turn.
Well, now that Ash is out, I can't really use Cowardly because I have to abandon someone. But I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, I could see Egantre abandoning people at this point in his career.
So
I
let's
could.
see. What
I don't know. It's a little out of character. I think Egantre has grown.
I do still have that shard of the Holy Grail that Piotr gave me.
Oh.
So maybe that can do something against the damned.
I would say
Actually.
so.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to wield the arcane with this piece of the Holy Grail and, like, I don't know, shoot its energy out to the sinners that are
No,
trying to
I
hold
love
me
that.
down.
All right, you just like slam it down. Wield the
Yeah.
Arcane does destroy it, right?
It does, but when I unleash by invoking an arcane item to a relic, I may treat my roll as a 10+ without rolling.
Nice.
The item is permanently and obviously damaged or consumed by this process. But with that
Okay.
10+, I'm going to choose to take away something from them. I'm going to take away their sins.
Whoa. All right.
Wow.
In a weird repeat of the harrowing of hell, if you know that like kind of apocryphal religious what's the word? Not story. I guess it's a story. Egantre like sets the sinners free as their souls burst out of this the frozen ground. Egantre is hurled out of it too, and so is Ash. Just the impact sends everybody flying. It sends Thorn flying as well, and all you guys like collapse and roll and spill over the ice.
Ash landed on her face.
Oh yeah. Just a steadily growing puddle of blood.
So I don't know if I did a good deed or a bad deed. Neutral?
Bit
Let's
of
say
both.
neutral.
Yeah, I
Both
would say
both.
neutral. You gave these weird, horrible souls another chance, maybe. Okay, so in the chaos, meanwhile, the battle is still raging. I would say your friends, Captain Diego, just like says, like, "Give them a volley, lads," and sends out a humongous broadside into the Quillpath, blowing them apart. And there is now a pathway created right to the portals. You just have to get there and take the whiz inside. Thorin was hurt by that blast of holy light. He's like picking himself back up from the ice. I think he's going to ignore Ash and go for Egantre, who you would see as the greater threat at this point. So Egantre, roll a quick, keep your cool.
The true glass cannon. I rolled an 11, so for me, that's an 8.
Okay, you're going to take one level of harm as you do get stabbed in the shoulder. He gets one of his blades in there, and it like burns and sucks into your flesh.
Ash does reach out and try to say something, but it's too much in pain at the moment.
Mhm.
Okay,
Beyond a gurgle.
and Thorn is like, "I have worked for this for generations. You and your weird, misfit, degenerate friends will not stop me now." Elsewhere, Squeaky stands up. Or no, Squeaky is still frozen by the gaze. He's like, is unable to break that. He's frozen in place. And you hear like calls from the ship, and like Carwyn Jones roars down in dragon breath, like, Andrew, or Spirit, hold him in place for a little more. We'll finish him. And it is now Joe's turn.
Cool. So I'm back with my coven, and it's portal entry time, I think.
Okay. I think to do this,
So-
you're going to have to do the ritual.
Yep, we're gonna do the ritual, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Okay, this is a custom move that I've created just for this
Yep.
game. Magpie Games did not make this. If it is bad, blame only me, not
Come on,
them.
Joe.
You know something I do keep reading about the fact of is that we do have a +1 when conducting magic together, so yay! Oh dang! Hold on. I want to show you that it's for realsies, but I just rolled 2 6s. And then I get to add 2 to that, and then I get to add another 1 to that. So that's 15. I would love to make this permanent, but I think that making this permanent is a terrible idea. So I'm not going to mark corruption to make the portal into the portal permanent, since we're trying to close down the other portal.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it would be a very bad idea. Like, oh, we closed the one portal, here's a new one that's permanently open forever and can't be closed.
Ooh, yeah, not a good idea.
So it works. It works a lot.
Okay,
works
I
so
would
hard.
say you could teleport yourself into the portal. You still need to get the whiz in there.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd
Um,
be me and the Wiz and anybody from the party that wanted to be along.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, sure.
I don't. It's basically I'm treating it as a willing creature. So if any of them are unwilling to go, if they're like, I am badly dying because my face is destroyed, like they have the option to stay behind. The coven has the option to stay behind.
Okay, I think the coven will stay behind.
Yeah.
Andrew, are you going?
I was actually thinking of staying behind and keeping Thorn and Squeaky from interfering.
Oh, okay. You probably keep one of them from interfering. The other one's still gonna go for it because you are only one werewolf.
Right.
Uh,
Well,
And those dragons did
Uh,
say hold Squeaky.
they did say, yeah. So Squeaky is supposedly taken care of. So I was gonna rush over to Thorn and keep him busy.
Oh. Okay,
Okay,
we'll do that
it's-
on your turn real quick.
Yep.
Tucci, are you going in?
If I can, if I can safely get away, I will try. If I can take someone with me, I will also try because I have the ability to do so. I have 2
Ooh.
corruption left.
Well, the teleport will pull you in, so you don't even need to like escape a situation. You'll just be in
Okay.
there.
Yeah, the high roll, the teleport, I think will put you in there. Because
Okay,
for a 15, like I gotta move heaven and earth for that one.
gotcha. No, don't get me wrong. That was a really awesome roll. So I will do what I can to make sure that others get out, and then I'm not trying to stay, but I want to make sure that others do get a chance if I can hold things for longer.
Okay,
So you
you
guys
think
stay-
you're
So
staying put?
I'll do one more corruption if I can to hold because I got 2 left, and I'm not trying to really die or retire, but I want to make sure that others get a chance.
All right, so it sounds like he's staying behind too. Like
Okay.
he's not going to be part of this teleport. That does leave 2 other people that could teleport if they want to.
Yeah, Ash?
I think Ash would want to go, but physically can't.
Okay.
Like you could see her kind of like trying to crawl towards you, but it's
Ooh. Okay. So wait, could I possibly change mine if you want to go and throw you out? I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
like hold on. Flavor text is I go in, but you toss me back out.
No, like you want to leave, right?
Well, this is going into the Quillpath dimension,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, the outside.
Like this
Yeah.
is a thing that's like instantly happening too. It's
Yeah,
like kind of
I
like yes
think
or
my
no.
character is wanting to, but is physically unable to voice that.
Okay, so I wouldn't even know. Never mind. Yeah.
No.
At least Montolio.
Okay, Egantre, are you going through the portal?
Well, I could stay here and duel Thorn, but I figure Andrew's much
I got
better
Thorn.
at fighting than I am.
I got
So,
Thorn.
yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Okay. We'll take care of you in just a second. You two, well, Kat, or Joe, I'll ask you. What does it look like when you go into the portal?
Well, it's basically kind of like having reality fold in on itself, and then you're brought back out into where you wanted to go. In this case, we're inside the portal. I'd imagine with these horrible clip-off things coming towards us right now. Is that an
yeah,
accurate
and I,
fact?
yes, and I'll tell you what it's like in a second.
Okay.
Okay, Andrew. So you leave Squeaky. I would say as you charge away, Carowin and Merle just get above him and unleash a humongous volley of Dragonfire. Squeaky is totally engulfed in flame. He reels out for a bit and he is on fire, but he's being burned down to the bone. Even a demonic form set atop a weird fascist can't stop being burned to the bone.
Nope.
All right, so Andrew, Thorn is in your sights. What do you do?
I'm going to charge right at him, and just basically I'm burying the axe in his back, or at least attempting to bury it, and just being like, Thorn, you and I are going to have a little fun.
Okay, brutal.
But I miss. But I
What'd
still
you
say
roll?
it. 3, 5.
I can't even assist.
Ah.
Damn.
All right. I'm afraid you're going to take one level of harm.
Fine.
As you swing the axe, he just teleports right behind you and then slices you with one of his daggers. And he's like, an Ionescu, eh? I've always wanted to kill someone from that line. That brings us to Tucci.
You're welcome to try.
Oh, Joe.
Can I? Sorry, there was one more thing I wanted to ask about the teleport really quickly. Did I immediately see Montolio arrive with me and that he's the only one?
Yes, you guys are in there together.
Can I just say one quick thing?
Sure.
It could even be at the start of his turn. It's fine. But
Yeah, we can hold till then. I think. Just remind me.
okay, we'll hold. I just want to say something to him before he does anything.
Okay,
Thanks.
totally. All right, that brings us to Tucci.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my best to give Andrew another chance again, because he's got the weapons, he's got the moves. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Did I have to take corruption from the last time I did something, or is that null?
I think that one's null because of the high roll that Joe got.
Ooh, I never used this, and you can call it as also void or not. But I want to pull out a stick of dynamite that was given to me by a very favored friend. I kind of want to look him dead in the eye and just stand there with it. Pull out a ghostly cigarette lighter, because I figured a ghostly cigarette lighter, which would light my cigars, would light a
absolutely.
ghostly dynamite thing. And just literally just stand there and light it and be like, so, how badly do you want this Ionescu? And drop it at my feet.
Whoa.
Power
Okay.
move.
Why don't you roll a let it out to see how well this does? I think it's definitely going to hurt him.
Let's see. 5, 1 is 6 plus 3. Spirit is 9.
Okay.
Could I assist?
Yeah, maybe giving him a. How would you think you would assist to make this ghost candle blow up spectacularly?
Well, I think I'd be willing to hold him there.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right, your words. Go ahead and roll to assist.
13. Since he's not.
Okay.
Full
The,
Nelson.
the explosion rips to life. Tucci, what does the fireball look like?
Something that none of us have ever seen before, if I'm correct, because This was crafted by ghost miners. So this fireball would be ethereal, if I'm correct, and not only rip through Marshall, but other material planes and other non-material planes, possibly affecting other things, and also possibly calling forth any other ghost that would have beef with this guy.
Oh, totally. Yeah, Thorn is just like enveloped in this ethereal, glistening fireball. Andrew, I'm afraid you're gonna take one more level of harm.
That's fine.
Your body isn't hurt, but your spirit is kind of blasted apart by this.
All good.
It does do the most to Thorn, though. He's just like lying on the ground, shocked and saddened. Sparks buzzing and crackling off his skin, and all these ghostly hands start coming out of the ground and like clawing at his body. Okay, that brings us to Ash.
That was well worth it.
Which enemies are still up? Just Thorn kind of on the ground. At the break?
Thorn and Squeaky. I would say one more blow, and they're both done.
Can I take the amulet that was given to me by Ysault and somehow hit both of them, or can I only hit one of them?
Let's have you roll Let It Out and see how well you do.
Oof. That's a +1. Let's see.
All right. Well, we will see.
That is a 9.
Okay. I think everybody's used their assist moves for this round, so.
Yeah.
Which one are you killing?
Squeaky. I'm blowing apart Squeaky.
He's probably the bigger threat at this point.
Yeah. So just a blast of infernal energy. Oh, go ahead. You can describe it too.
It's actually so the amulet. It does channel magic and energy. However, this particular thing, I did not know this. Channels it into it, so it sucks Squeaky Squid into the amulet.
Whoa.
And then breaks.
Woohoo. All right. And with only a little weird cartoon screech or a cartoon squeak, Squeaky is gone.
Nice.
All right. So we already Gauntre's turn. Joe, what do you say to him like before you go into the portal?
Oh, I thought that we would see each other after we appear in the portal, if that
Okay,
makes
that's
sense.
fine.
'Cause the idea of it was sort of like a massive, like, she blinked off the place in one place and he blinked off in another. It was sort of like feeling that tug from wherever they were, and if they accepted it, they went in. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Okay, well in that case, let me describe where you are and get through this final description here.
Okay.
You emerge in the purest darkness, a fathomless vacuum. Not just the absence of light, the absence of everything. This is the ultimate shadow. But that's okay. You are Generation Shadow. So as you're standing together,
Sorry.
So it looks like you're the only one that answered the call. Just so you know, I'm covered in protective runes, and I have an internal space where you can travel. If worse comes to worse, you can always get inside of me.
Don't worry about me.
Which it
Immortality,
says
remember?
phrasing.
and then you.
Well,
then
then
you
I guess we're the right two people to be here. Well, not people, but well, whatever we are.
We're
You
people.
hear a quiet voice with you. You see that Quincy Claggett is scrambled through the portal. And he stands up and he's like, I'm afraid you might not know the stakes. You see, this has to be closed from the inside. Someone has to stay behind to make sure the ritual is complete. I suppose each of us has our burdens, and once that is done, they will simply cease to exist. I suppose each of the three of us has their burdens to bear. But I wonder, I've lived a life full of evil and sin, and I know there's just death at the hands of Captain Diego waiting for me. So I think I would like to stay.
I'm not gonna stop you. But maybe it's not going to be as bad as you think it is. Who
Oh.
knows? It's been literal centuries since his death. I don't know. Maybe he's willing to bury the hatchet. You never know.
Perhaps. But I do think it should be me.
Well, it does have to be one of us. I've lived a literal life of sin and decadence. Don't
As
know
have
how
I.
much don't know how much immortality is actually going to take out of this, but I
Joe,
don't know.
you're the youngest of us. I think you should be the one who doesn't stay here, unless you have any objections.
I have waited my whole life to do something meaningful. This seems like is it. I'm covered in runes that protect me from the hostile entities of places like this. And I'm curious as to what's here. You say that maybe I'll just cease to exist, but you don't know. You've not been in here.
You're willing to take that chance?
It's a chance that I was literally made for. It sounds like both of you are trying to run from your sins. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to find new worlds. The possibility of this knowledge in front of me, I don't want to lose that. I'm not viewing this as a punishment.
Claggett looks over to Egantre and he's like, I suppose redemption won't be as easy for either of us as just turning a switch. I fear it's going to be a longer process.
It's going to take literal centuries, isn't it? Well,
Yes.
waited this long. Maybe I can wait some more. But are you sure about this, Joe?
Yes, also I'm the only one of us who knows magic.
I know a little bit of magic.
I know a little, but I take your meaning. So Claggett just like holds out his hand to Egantre and he's like, well then, shall we?
One sec, Quincy. And I go over to Joe and just hold up my hand. May not have known you for long, but it's been a pleasure, Joe.
It's been a pleasure. Live your life. Tell my parents that I love them.
No problem.
Tell Ash that I'm sorry I couldn't save her.
Will do. We're gonna miss you, Joe. But hey, you'll always be there.
And she thinks, are you okay with this, Heather?
You think Heather would be?
Yeah, I think Heather would be.
Yeah, I think I feel the same after what Heather's gone
I'm-
through.
I mean, I think that Joe is basically Heather's spaceship. So,
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah,
Spaceship
Heather's
Joe.
in there too. You mind if I say goodbye to Heather? She's been kind of a good friend to mine as well.
sure, I don't mind. Are you okay if I play Heather, Michael?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So Joe opens up her compact so you can talk to Heather. Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, Heather. Are you sure about this? Going with Joe on this?
Yeah, something out in this vast whatever it is what's responsible for me being the way that I am, and I think I need to know answers, and I think this is the only way I'm ever going to get them.
Well, your life is what you do with it.
Yes.
So, farewell, Heather. Godspeed. See you later.
Godspeed, and I'm glad to have known you.
Me too. Honestly, things got a whole lot better when I met you. Reminded me a lot about myself.
I'm glad. I'm glad to have made a difference.
And with that, I think Egantre's gonna fly off with Quincy back through the portal.
You go through the portal. All right, and Joe, you complete the ritual, and the portal, you just see that little bit of light get smaller and smaller until it vanishes completely. And then there is only darkness.
Okay.
Gantre, when you emerge, you guys have won the battle. Thorn manages to like get sort of to his feet after taking some blows, and I would say Diego just like swoops down from the ship on a line and like comes by with his boarding axe and just takes his head right off, finishing him for good.
I was gonna do that.
Well, I mean, okay, I will say as Andrew's axe goes into him too, he's double axed and killed.
That's fine.
Double
I
axe.
was
Wait, is that
sort of
what just happened to
towards
Flaggett?
Diego. No,
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 it's Thorn.
Thorn.
no, it was Thorn.
That'd be fun.
I can see like the boarding axe going through as I'm sort of like about to swing, and like I'm just like, oh dang it, Diego.
And I guess Diego could say, "Sorry, laddie, recruitment process."
So
Alright,
as the
fine.
dust is settling, a few things happen. Tucci, Max King throws you a necklace with like a snowflake design on it.
Okay.
And he says, like, for your daughter, as long as she wears that, she will have a friend in the Kingsmen.
Mm.
Now, if you excuse
see.
me, my retirement beckons.
Have fun
And is
there.
he?
I might visit
go
you
ahead, Andrew.
sometime. I
Please
was just like,
do.
have fun out there. I might visit you sometime.
So as they're starting to go away, a single figure walks over from the ice with very indistinct features. But all you guys, your hair is standing up as soon as you meet him. And it becomes pretty clear this is Satan himself. The devil just looks over all of you and is like, normally I would be upset about what happened, but you removed a problem from my kingdom. I will grant each of you a gift, and this is most rare of all. I will ask nothing of you in return.
Interesting.
So with that, each of you can take one boon from the devil before you go on your way. We're kind of in the closing moments here. So I'll go ahead and ask you like what you pick, and then what you think your characters' lives are like as you go into the future. Go ahead, Joe.
Sorry, before we get to the closing thing, I think you forgot about one little thing that Joe has. She has a planar teleportation ability.
Oh, so you could get back that way?
Yeah, I wanted to Bugs Bunny the group. Are you
I
okay
like
with
it.
that?
No, I think that's really cool. Like, how do you reappear?
So, basically she pops up behind everybody and's like, so, this is the devil?
What
I'm-
what
I'm
the-
bleeding out.
Oh. Hey, Gantre, you got any healing? Right? I thought you had like some sort of healing.
I guess
ability.
that only meant anything to a Gantre, so never mind.
Well, I mean, like we all knew that.
It was
like,
gonna be a
someone had
fun
to stay behind.
moment, but
What
No,
happened to all the staying behind and exploring the mysteries of the universe spiel?
oh, I can go back there whenever I feel like it. It's fine.
Are we clearly seeing like tears down Montolio's face? He's trying to hide them or something.
No,
Ash is
yeah,
clearly crying.
I guess Montolio's just gonna turn away in a huff. I wasn't worried at all. I knew that. Yeah.
Montaleo, seriously. It's just one of those things, like, I didn't want you to sacrifice your eternal soul for something that I could get out of by blinking.
Wish I knew that before. Ah, well. Ash is bleeding out. I might as well help her out.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, Ash, do you owe me any debts by any chance?
I owe you owe me 2 debts.
Right.
But I don't think I technically owe you anything.
Well
know.
then,
know.
that's not going to work then.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, dang.
All right. Well, you can always ask the devil for his favor.
I'm not gonna waste my favor from the devil on you. No offense.
Interesting. Well, let's go around and find out what those are. And
I'll
also,
bring you to a hospital.
I would say you can probably get her into a hospital. You will all hop onto Captain Diego's ship and fly your way safely out of hell. But let's go around and see what happens, what they wish for, and what happens to the characters afterwards. We'll start with Joe.
Oh, okay. We're starting with me. A wish
Yeah,
from
if you
the
need more
devil.
time. That's okay
no.
too.
A wish from the devil.
Mhm.
She says, honestly, I've found that doing deals with anything just doesn't do a whole lot of good. I appreciate it, but yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna go and explore some more, and then she bamfs away.
All right.
Like,
So she
it looks
becomes
like
Go ahead.
Well, nobody seemed to care that much, so she's going back off.
I
and
was actually
exploring.
thinking of saying something, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh
anyone.
no! If you want to, no, say something first, then.
I would just be like, Joe, I think you're the most interesting goddaughter that I've ever had. Actually, you might be the only one that I've had, but you're definitely the most interesting.
Thanks.
You're the most interesting werewolf I've ever met, I will say.
Well, I'm not just a werewolf, but I am a werewolf.
That is true. And don't you forget that. And I'm glad that my goddaughter was instrumental in saving this world.
Thanks.
Have fun out there.
I will. And then she kind of it's almost like she has a black hole into herself and she disappears.
All right. So anything you want to add? Like she becomes like an extra dimensional traveler?
Yeah, she's gonna go around and explore the dimensions. Like if the Klipoth dimension is only just a whole bunch of black nothing, she's gonna lose interest pretty darn fast. But she'll start moving around from place to place now that she knows that she can sort of invert herself. So I guess, you know what? In a way, I am gonna mark that corruption to have made the teleportation permanent. It's just a permanent new ability for her.
I like
Why
that.
not?
Okay.
Just so you don't feel like I cheesed out too much. She just has this permanent ability to move between planes.
Very cool. What happens to Egantre?
So, a wish from the original dragon himself. What can I do with that?
Wish to win the election.
That
Oh,
much
You
possibility.
and
would-
Ash say you have no hope of winning.
America's
That is-
first third-party president. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I guess I could, but winning the presidency because of a deal with the devil? Eh,
Might be a little hollow.
honestly, I don't think I really need the help. I've always prided myself on being able to do this on my own. My own tongue, you know? So honestly,
Alright.
I can't really think of anything that you could give me, Satan. You have nothing to offer me.
Wow. All right. So Egantre goes back, and does he continue his run for the presidency?
Yes, but then he smartens up and realizes in an independent party winning the presidency, is that actually going to deal? Actually, no. I got a better idea. And he's going to fly off in his pseudo-dragon form and crush the Democratic debates. Just fly in there and say, "Hello, people. I'm Montolio Egantre, and I'm going to win the Democratic nomination."
Wow. All right. Well, you know what? Egantre 2020. He's got my vote.
Heck yeah.
Change you can believe in. What happens to Tucci?
Well, since Chuchi's super corrupt at this moment,
Yeah.
he only feels one good turn deserves another. He would like the ability to be able to do as he pleases as a ghost without any worry about corruption, so that he could always do as he's had fun, help watch over his family, possibly aid Agantri into the presidency. Actually, no, he's going to have a butt ton of fun doing that. That's for sure. He's going to definitely do that. And all from behind
Secretary
the
of-
scenes.
The
All from
Secretary
behind
of
the scenes.
Secretary of Ghostly Affairs or something. I like that.
Yeah. When things are just unexplained and Agantri moves forward in some way, it's just natural.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that basically he's just gonna want to be able to do ghostly things without worry of moving on to the other side in a bad way or becoming a threat. He just wants to be able to have fun as he's been doing.
Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
Nope, that's it.
All right. That brings us to Ash.
Well, I gift from the devil. That's a string, no strings attached gift from the devil. That's quite a lot. It's quite a lot.
Not something that happens every day.
It really isn't, and I feel like it would be most inhospitable to deny such a gift. You know, I could use more knowledge. I could use maybe something to really kind of flesh out my my studies. Maybe a sanctum of sorts.
Oh, okay.
Something full of weird shit that I'm sure that you can muster and put together.
All right. You get a cool infernal sanctuary full of tomes of power and other strange artifacts.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to use my last level up from I got at the beginning of this game to change my archetype to wizard.
Wow.
And she goes on. Her first step is to dismantle her own network of artifact dealers, and then goes and joins Sanctum.
Whoa, very cool.
Awesome.
She realized that during all of this, like, there's nothing more important than just keeping the world safe. At first, she was just like, screw it, I'm out to make money, I'm out to be up with myself. But going to literal hell and getting a gift from the devil was just like, well, I could use this to do actual good for people. Life's greatest ironies.
I like that. Oh, Joe?
Is there any way that I can tie some stuff in with Ash because of her choice to like go into magic?
Oh, sure.
Just like occasionally I'll like appear in a mirror in your sanctum. And just be like, you know, for instance, like, oh, I just met a being that used to be sentient bubblegum and is now traveling around the cosmos as a strange pink cloud. Or, oh, I found a dimension where unicorns are real. Do you want to ride a unicorn?
Wait, aren't unicorns already real on this plane of existence?
Are they?
I don't know.
Oh, there's
That's why I'm
unicorns.
asking you.
But maybe the unicorn dimension, everything's a unicorn.
It's like
Oh my
everything's
God.
like the dogs are like everything's in a corn. I do not advise riding the bicycles.
I'll take your word on that one. I'll have to. We'll have to visit that someday.
Oh,
But thank
man.
you.
I love it.
It's good to see that you're still out there and still alive.
Oh yeah, I'm doing great. She gestures at the fact that she's no longer just wearing a shirt that says "Pussy Riot" on it.
I'm glad you got rid of that.
Yeah, I managed to find some other clothes, but I've just been sticking to my werewolf form. I feel pretty confident this way.
Good. I'm glad you do.
All
It
right.
suits you better than your what you were trying at the beginning of this adventure of ours.
And finally, what happens to Andrew?
Okay. Well, you're probably powerful enough to do this, Satan. Since this is without cost, I would like all werewolves to be able to transform at will without cost.
Whoa. All right, he does it.
Cool.
Definitely taking a lot of the pain away from being a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
So after
Yeah.
doing this wonderful service to lycanthropes, what does Andrew do?
Well, like, I leveled up like at the beginning of the thing, and I ended up marking that I am one away from leveling up again. I just need to mark wild, so I don't know if you'll allow me to do that one more time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so with this one, I'm actually going to, well, I guess I don't really have to worry about erasing corruption advances since that's fine. That's,
So are you retiring, or?
yes, I am retiring. That was the one that I
Oh, okay.
leveled up in the beginning, and this one, let's see. I think I'm just going to. Well, I guess I'll just erase the corruption advance, one of the corruption advance, to just get rid of one with the beast. So. And then he's retiring. And then. So he ends up. He doesn't do any sort of like more adventures per se, but he sort of becomes. In his retirement, he becomes an ambassador to all werewolf kind. He sort of becomes an ambassador for
Right.
humans and werewolf to sort of have a better relationship with each other, and sort of actually like all factions like.
Yeah,
And
kind of
so-
making peace between werewolves and the rest of the world. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
And he eventually does find Max and visits him, so
Oh,
every once in a while
awesome.
as well. So
Werewolf and or ex-vampire on the beach in the sun. All right, and I think Egantre, you want to do a final scene with you and Quincy and Captain Diego?
Just Diego and Quincy, because I think,
Yeah, we should
better
do
if
that.
just
They were
between those two.
they were the ones who started it. This whole thing. So it's good to have that bookend.
Mhm.
All right. So Diego, I guess finally. So how does the scene start?
I guess Quincy meets Diego on the Sanguine Tide, just up above in the clouds. Finally,
Yeah,
a
as they're, like,
meeting
flying
between
away.
these two. And Diego's like, "Well, finally, I've got you right where I want you, Quincy."
And Quincy's
And boy-
like, "Finally, you have."
And boy, do I have a lot to say to you. Held in a lot of anger all these centuries. But you know what? I realized something. We might have deserved it. We're pirates. Our end was going to come one way or another. And you know,
I guess.
dying has probably put a lot of retrospective on me. I've become who I am due to it. And honestly, I don't mind it. Not at all.
Claggett's like, "So, does this mean you're sparing me?"
Oh no, you're going to serve 100 years aboard the ship.
Oh,
I'm not going to kill you. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to let you go.
right.
Don't worry,
100
lad.
years.
That's just a drop in the ocean for both of us. So don't worry, you'll even be me first mate. Though you're not going to get off the ship for a while. So strap yourself in. and let's see where the wind takes us.
Whoa. And Claggett's like, 100 years. I suppose I could do that. And first mate, I do like the sound of those words. And I think with that, of like, let's see which way the wind takes us, the Sanguine Tide sails off into the sunset.
Yep.
And that seems like a fitting image on which to end Generation Shadow.
Whew.
So with that, we're bringing this entire series to a close. I want to do a final thank you to you guys, the players, to the viewers, to Scooter for putting it all together. It's just been a tremendous journey. I was getting emotional towards that last sequence with Joe and Encontre in there, and I love the endings you guys picked. It's like, you know, it's memories. So some of my favorite endings in various books and TV shows and comic books were like flashing through my head, and I was thinking like this way of letting these characters kind of ride off into the sunset matches those. So
Thanks for running it, Michael.
Yeah,
Seriously,
mad
thank you.
props to you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we almost had Dallas back for a second too. Did you see
I
that?
tried. I don't know. I'm trying to get the camera to work, but just
Your face came back for a second. I was like, ooh, take.
hey, Dallas,
Thank
your
you.
beautiful voice is enough.
Thank you for letting me do the Disney fake out, by the way, Michael, where it's like all super sad and then it's like everything's fine.
Duh.
No, I like that. I mean, it's
Good
not
bookend.
it's not everything's fine. It's like it's a new path for the character. It reminded me a little bit of like Preacher, the ending of that comic. Have you ever read that
Ooh,
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great
Uh,
comic. It's so messed up, and I love it.
I know.
I gotta read it sometime.
It's very
so
good.
good.
And the ending always gets me. So I was glad to see that kind of something similar going on here.
Oh, that was great. That was great,
This is
everyone.
fantastic. So much fun.
Yeah.
So, as final announcements of channel announcements, we're not going away. We're just doing something different.
Yes, Generation Shadow's done, but the time slot
Yes.
and other games will continue.
Things will happen. Multiple things will happen on Tuesdays. So stay tuned to our social media. If you're watching this in VOD, over the next couple weeks, we're going to get something together and have something ready. So pay attention, because silly things are going to happen. Cool things are going to happen, all encompassing tabletop RPGs and other games out there that you might want to play or might want to see played. I don't know. Thank you guys so much. This has been a really, really cool journey and a really, really amazing group of people in and out, and the core to stay through the whole thing. I think it worked out really, really well in some of the breaks that we had to take with certain people, and then the story and the one-shots. I cannot say thank you enough to the players that put so much time into their characters. Like, there's a lot of thought, and you'll see this. I've seen your guys' play style for years now, so it's really cool to watch how much intricacy you guys actually put into the details of your characters. It's phenomenal to see. You don't see it enough, I don't think, at the table. So right now it's amazing to watch. I'm a fan of our own show kind of thing, but also the amazing. We got to give the props out to Michael, the way that you put these arcs together, and the finality that you put to them, with a little bit of flavor that could trickle off somewhere else, is not seen enough. There's no like stories over in any of these, and that's amazing. And I love how the one shot in the middle still has relevance to the universe. It's, as a storyteller, dude, you are next to none. Not even a joke. I'm a fan of a lot of people that write stories, and you are super amazing. So without getting choked up, we're gonna,
thank you. Yeah.
we are going to call it our actual finale. And thanks to everybody that's checked in with us and the new followers that we had over the last week or so. keep following. Keep subscribing to our YouTube channel. You will see these faces again, and you'll probably see Dallas's moving next time, and less animated. I have your nice little animated face up there. So thanks everyone, and we're gonna do this one more time till we revamp some things the next couple of weeks. But until then, we still can do it virtually. So we pull up a chair.
And
make
time to
tabletop.
That one actually really worked well. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, that was the best one, yeah.
It was great. So
It was awesome. Thank you.
we will see everyone out there in the virtual world very soon. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Stay
night.
safe.
Good night.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Yes.
Yes, thank you all so much.